Okay, Rock Addicts, this is DJ Rem from Rock Addict Radio, and I have Joe from the band Odium on the line. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, how's it going? How are things?
It's going good. I got your CD in the mail a few days ago, so that was pretty cool.
Giddy. The new record.
I've jammed out to it a lot, and I've played a bunch of the tunes on my radio show, and the fans have loved you guys. So
great. We appreciate you spinning that stuff, man. Thank you.
So why don't we start with you mentioning yourself and what spot you have in the band, and then the rest of the band members who are not with us today.
Okay. I'm Joe from Odium. I play the drums. We've got Tom Emmons, he's a singer. Bo Lowther plays guitar. Andrew Fullerton is our other guitar player. And we got Jake Fortney playing bass. We got our new record out. It was released in April. And just go to iTunes and download that thing. It'll definitely crush your face.
Yes, crush your face, melt your face. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you guys located at?
We are in Hanover, Ontario, so it's about 2 hours north of Toronto.
Okay. Yep.
The town's like, I think we just hit 5,000 people, so it's a pretty small town. But,
have you ever been to Have you ever been to Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario?
Sault Ste. Marie, I don't think I have, no, but I have heard of that place.
The only reason I asked is because I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, which is, a border twin city there.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Right on.
Okay, so how long has the band been together? How long have you guys been doing this?
We've been at it really since about 2006, 2007. We had an EP that we did. I believe we released that in 2007. We did a three. So actually, you know what? We didn't really release it, but we did an EP. We had it pressed and everything, and then we went through some member changes, and then we did At the Bottom in 2009, and just sort of played a bunch of shows and kind of figured we wanted to keep doing this, and we released Burn the Bridges, and it's been our best success yet. So that's 2006 to, it's about 6 years or so we've been doing it. So
okay, very cool. And what's the scene like where you guys are at? Do you have opportunity to play a lot of live shows?
The scene is, there's always opportunity to play live, and the scene around here is, we have a bar that we play at, and we have a very good draw there. It's sort of our little nest egg. But I mean, we don't play there that often. We don't want to saturate that,
right?
Or oversaturate that. So we normally do end up driving, to Toronto, to Windsor, Quebec, Montreal. You spend a lot of time on the road. But even if you were a band in Toronto, you'd still be driving. So I think no matter where you are, you got to get used to hitting pavement.
Right. And do you have any shows coming up soon?
Yeah, we got lots. Where are we now? October? No, we're not in October yet. We're September.
So.
Yeah, we're playing in Brantford, Ontario, this Sunday actually. We're also playing we're Stratford, Ontario, and it's the 28th of September, 29th, playing in London. We're doing October 4th. We're doing direct support for Rendest at the Prana Bar in Montreal, which we're stoked about. And we're trying to get something lined up for Friday. We don't have anything yet. And then Saturday, we are playing in Ottawa at the Royal Canadian Legion. So that's going to be a badass time as well.
Nice.
So I think there's more in November, but you know what? That's all I have on top of my head right now. So we're definitely out and about big time.
Very good. So, do you guys have, is your schedule on your Facebook page or someplace?
It is, yeah. You can go to our Facebook page and check out all the upcoming shows and even just what's going on with the band in general. It's a good spot to go. There's a direct link there for iTunes as well to pick up the record. So,
speaking of the record, what studio did you guys use to record this at?
We recorded it at BWC Studios in Brampton with Gert Dawson. He did the Ends Elementary record, and he's done a lot of work with Monine, and he's been doing it for a lot of years. He's an amazing producer. And then we did some of the other legwork. I did the drum edits for it in my studio here as well. But I mean, all the stuff was recorded there and mixed and mastered and all of that. And he produced it as well. yeah, we definitely always happy to work with Gerg. That's for sure. It's his. He has a nickname, Gerg, instead of. Yeah.
Well, it sounds really good. And then, how long did it take you, like, from the writing process to the recording to complete the album?
Complete the album, man. I think. Well, we had recorded 3 songs. We recorded Insomnia, Claw My Eyes Out, and Identity of the Doom. We recorded those 3 songs first, actually, in early 2011, and then we kind of went back, and that was kind of going to be an EP for us, sort of thing. And then we started thinking, well, let's do a full length. So we wrote the rest of it, and then it dropped in 2012 there. So.
Okay, and then the last question I have specifically about the album is the cover art, which is really cool. So who designed that? Whose idea was the design?
The singer and I, we did a lot of emails back and forth with our artist from Silent Q Design. That's Mikio from Silent Q Design. And, we went back and forth for probably a month to get all that artwork going. And, we're really, really happy about it because it has some depth. Like, it has a concept to it, and it definitely has a message to it. And we're proud of it. We're definitely proud of that artwork, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I tell you, because as a music lover, I really enjoy bands that put some thought and effort into their covers. What I can't stand as a fan is when a band just puts a picture of themselves on their cover. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I, as a fan, appreciate the artwork very much.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to put the image, put the image on a record,
Yep, definitely.
Express the idea visually as well.
So how often are you guys able to get together and practice?
We practice at least once a week, and then myself, I practice every other day, and make sure I go to the gym 3 times a week and all that, to keep, you gotta keep to a certain level, otherwise I hate it if I'm not, if I'm not in playing shape, it just drives me nuts. So, to do all that double bass and everything, like, you gotta be on, so it's good. It keeps me on my toes, so to speak.
So what got you into music? What kind of influences did you have growing up that made you want to do something like this?
Oh, wow. Well, I started at a very young age. My dad, I think I was probably, 8 or 9. My dad bought me an acoustic guitar, and I played it for a bit, and then I put it down and never touched it for 6 months, and then one day I picked it up again, and I've never stopped since. He is a influence, for my music for sure. He was the one that got me started on guitar, and then he bought me my first drum kit, and gave me some lessons there. And then my grandpa too, he played drums until he was 85, so
nice.
He gave me a lot of insight on how to play drums and when not to play. Right, that's an important thing to learn. And when you're young, all you want to do is just play drum fills everywhere, and he gave me a good context for that. And then also, I had a good teacher in high school as well. I played in the jazz band and the concert bands all through high school, and that was another really good influence. He was very knowledgeable, and that's where I really learned to play in the pocket, and to listen to other musicians. So,
right.
And then from there, and then after that, I went to school for electronics for 2 years, and we still kept doing the band, and I would just come back on weekends, and now I have the studio here, so it's a big part of my life. It's just exactly who I am. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay, very good. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. That's a very good growing up. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, it's a very fertile kind of upbringing for me.
It's awesome.
Music's been in my family on both sides, and I grew up listening to my sister practice piano. Like, she went all the way to the max of all, I don't know those grades, and all her theory and all her history, and she was right into that. So I'd always be hearing that, and my sister actually was one to show me my first Tool record, and it was Lateralis, and it's funny because when I first heard it, I didn't like it. I was like, oh, what's this? And then now it's my favorite record of all time. So.
it's funny how you can listen to a new album or record of a band once and you're like, and then you can go back to it and then be like, wait a minute, this is really good.
Yeah, I know. I think you got to get that one listen and get all that like judgment and barriers out of the way.
Right.
And, I don't know. There's something, the first listen, there's a lot going on because you're trying to process it all, and yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. What is that? Like, I don't know. Like, when you heard our when you heard our new record, did you have that, or was it more kind of like right away?
When I listened to your record, I started the first song, and then I listened to the entire thing because I couldn't turn it off. So, how's that? I did not have that effect on me.
That's good. Well, it's our stuff is pretty, it's got atmospheric and synth and singing and all that stuff, but I think at heart it still is pretty meat and potatoes, song after song, and it keeps going. And whereas a record like Lateralis, it's like a journey through the soul, man. Like, I don't know. Fuck, I think those guys are like, I don't know, from another planet. They're so good, and they're so intuitive and so in tune with so much of life. It's amazing. So,
right. Yeah, and when I listen to music, I don't know if I'm looking for a journey through my soul.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely a place for that.
Right.
It's got to be really good to do that. I think Tool's like maybe one of the only bands that can do that.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay,
so the age-old question that you probably get all the time is, how did you come up with the name for the band?
The name for the band, Odium means being extremely dissatisfied with your surroundings. So kind of not being okay with current life situations and wanting to make things better and just kind of striving for that pretty much. So just trying to create the life you want to live,
Rock on, man.
That's what we're doing. So.
Right. So are you guys able to do this full time, or do you all have jobs and do this too?
Oh yeah, we all have jobs right now. But every day we're getting closer to that one day when we can finally, make the switch.
Give the man the big middle finger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, give my 2 weeks notice. That's going to be an amazing day.
Well, I wish you the best with that.
I have the recording studio too, so I'm getting more business now with that as well. So I think what will happen is I'll go to the band and doing that full time, and then on off time I'll be able to be making money at home as well, recording bands. So.
Right, very cool. So have you recorded a lot of different bands, or are you just kind of starting out with that?
Well, I'm fully operational now. So I built the studio from scratch, and I've got some mixes up now, and I've got a 6-song EP that I'm working on right now. So
cool.
I'm working my way up, man. So all I got to do is just keep recording, and then once I have a good portfolio, I'll be good to go. People hear it, they'll want to do it, and it's good.
Yeah. Well, any rock or metal bands you work with, please send them my way when you're done with them.
Yeah, I will, man.
Because
sure.
I'll be more than happy to give them airplay and interview and whatever, help expose them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
So keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of already touched on this, but what are your guys? What's your guys' goals for this band? Where do you guys hope to be in a couple of years?
Couple of years, doing this full time, obviously, and we want to be touring, all over North America, overseas, Australia, Japan. We want to be touring full time, and just doing the record cycle and keep making amazing records and keep playing amazing shows. That's where we want to get. That's where we want to get to.
Who would you say?
There, we just gotta stick it out.
Right. Who would you say who's your dream band to get to play with?
Dream band to play with. Well, it would have been Dream Theater, but now Mike Portnoy's not in there, so I don't really care anymore. They're still great, but I was, Mike Portnoy is, talk about inspiration. There was another inspiration for me, is for sure. But so if it can't be Dream Theater, well, you know, obviously Tool would be amazing. Lamb of God, In Flames, no, that would be awesome. I'm going to say In Flames. That's my final answer.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
All bands I love, so I can dig all that.
Yeah, man. How can you not? Those bands are ingenious.
Right. Okay, where can people go to find out more about you guys? What social networking sites, websites, whatever, what do you guys have out there for people to find out more about you, download the music, etc.?
Go to, you know, we got the Facebook page. We're on CBC Radio. We're on Twitter. Even if you just go to YouTube, you can just type in, you know, the name of our new, any song, and it's on there. We got 3 videos on there. So even if you just type in Odium, I think we're at least the first 20 headlines there. So it's pretty easy. Just type her in, and she's there. So.
Okay. Do you have merchandise for sale too?
We do, yeah. We right now it's available at shows, and just kind of if people contact us, we can ship it out to them. But we are in November going to have a new online store, so it'll be available worldwide. So we're really excited to get that going.
Okay, very good. So people, when you're listening to this, check these guys out. Check out their Facebook, check all that other stuff out, or come to Rock Addict Radio, and I will request their songs, and I'll play them for you. So.
Yeah. That sounds like a plan.
So feel free to tell people, you know, if they come to the station, we will, and request your stuff, we will play it.
Yeah, awesome.
So if I grabbed your iPod from you right now, or your MP3 player, however you listen to music, what would I find you listening to right now?
What would you find? In my, I've been back on CDs, actually. So I have a CD book, and what is in there right now? I have the new Gojira. I have the new Textures. I have a hymn record. I don't know what one it was called. I forget. What else do I have in there? I've got Silverchair. I love Silverchair. I still have Green Day Dookie that I listen to sometimes. I like that record. What else do I have in there, man? I got Tool is in there. And... yeah, I think that's like all I can think of right now. I know there's another really good record that the new Catatonia record. That's what I have in my CD book, and it is phenomenal.
Very cool.
All Dead Kings. Yeah, Catatonia Dead Kings. I think that dropped 28th of August, so it's brand new.
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check my music. I think someone might have sent that to me.
Yeah, I would definitely give that a listen, man. It's really, really good. This guy's got an incredible voice.
So what sets you guys apart from all the other bands out there? Why should people come to your shows? Why should people listen to your music? What do you think makes you guys stand out?
We put a lot of heart and soul into what we do. You know, we really believe in it, and I think that's what people are latching on to. They're connecting with that music because of what we put into it. You know, you get what you put out, and we're putting out a lot of good vibes with this, I think, you know. So, you know, you just gotta listen to it, and I think it speaks to a lot of people. So that's what it is. You know, it's not. I guess it sounds kind of arrogant to say, but it's not. It's just, you know, it's got that magic. You know, that little bit of like, oh wow, you know, it's just got that spark, and it just hits people, and they just get hooked. You know. So that's what it is. It's got that kind of unseen kind of spark to it, you know.
Yes, I'm going to second that because, like I said, when I started listening to it, I couldn't stop. I listened to the whole thing. So, yeah, when you guys listen to it, you're going to find out what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at a show?
Craziest thing that's happened to me at a show. Well, we played in St. Thomas, and it was a punk show. And the band that was on before us tore down the ceiling.
Oh, nice.
It was like a false ceiling, you know, like the tiles. And they just ripped it down, and they had like T-bar, like the metal things. They were just like whipping them around, and it was crazy. I remember we tried to work hard to get our guarantee because the owner of the place is like, oh, my ceiling's wrecked and I'm not paying anyone, and rightly so. But I mean, we'll let the crazy moshers pay for that.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
Other thing, two other things actually. Last time we went to Montreal, we got rear-ended, rode off our trailer, and then the next day, someone punched in the back window of our van.
Oh, nice of them.
Yeah, like we parked downtown. We went out to a restaurant and came back, and the window was smashed in. But they didn't take anything; it was just smashed. Like someone walked by and just smashed it and ran away. So those three things, pretty much the craziest, I would think.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. At least they didn't take your gear. Good Lord.
Yeah, I know.
Every once in a while, I'll read one of the bands that I've talked to or something. They'll post on Facebook about how somebody stole like a guitar at their show or something. I'm like, people are crazy.
Yeah, I know. Well, back in the day, our bass player was using a bass that I had, and it got stolen. And it was in Toronto. Somebody just jacked it, you know.
Yeah.
So, but normally it's pretty good at gigs. Everyone pretty much respects each other's stuff, and so thankful that it's as good as it is.
Right. I just thought of one thing that I sometimes ask is,
what's that?
When you're up on stage, now I can't play any instruments. I'm not a musician. I know the feeling I get when people are digging the music I'm playing on my show. But how amazing is it when you're playing a show and the fans are just getting into it? I mean, I can't even imagine how awesome it is, the energy you get from that.
Well, it's kind of a pinnacle moment playing a show because there's a lot of prep work that goes into being able to go up and do that for 30 minutes, you know?
Right.
So it's a big payoff, you know, and sharing that connection with the audience is what it's all about, you know? It's there's definitely a conversation of energies that goes on when you're playing, and you can really, it goes back and forth, and it just becomes an amazing show, you know? So yeah, it feels wicked. I highly recommend it.
Cool. Okay, one last question.
Yeah.
Who spends the most time in front of a mirror before a show?
In front of a mirror before a show? Oh, I'm gonna have to say, Tom. Even though he doesn't. None of us really do. I'm just saying that because he's Tom. I would say, like, I spend the most time warming up and setting up my gear and making sure everything's, you know, all my drums, all the screws are tightened and my drums are tuned, and you know, I'm well stretched, and all my in-ear monitor stuff is all hooked up and good to go, you know.
Right.
So I think I spend the most time doing that, but none of us really do a lot of makeup before the gig, you know. Maybe we should start dressing up and stuff. Maybe we'll excel our career.
And the reason I asked that question is because, you know, I talk to a wide variety of bands. You know, some bands that's half their gig is getting ready appearance-wise for the show. So
yeah, no, we're pretty bare bones. Like, just, you know, metal shirt and some camo shorts and go out there and just crush. That's what we do.
Nice. Very cool.
You know?
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Okay, anything else you would like to tell the world? Everybody's going to listen to this. Anything that I haven't asked you that you want to make sure people know about Odium?
I think we've covered it. Just check out our new record, Burning the Bridges to Nowhere. It's available on iTunes. You can download that and enjoy. You won't be disappointed. There we go.
Once again, I agree. You will not be disappointed. It shreds very much.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have a favor. Now I have a favor to ask of you. I would love a couple radio tags.
Yeah, sure.
So the first one, you can say, you know, this is Joe from Odium, and you're listening to rockaddictradio.com.
Okay. Anytime, I guess.
Yep.
Hey, this is Joe from Odium, and you are listening to Rock Addict Radio. Is that right?
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, and then the second one will be the exact same thing, but just throw in there that you're listening to DJ REM at Rock Addict Radio.
DJ DJ REM. So, hey, this is Joe from Odium. You are listening to DJ REM.
Yep.
At DJ REM.
At Rock Addict Radio.
Okay, here you go. Hey, everyone, it's Joe from Odium, and you are listening to DJ REM on Rock Addict Radio.
Okay, very cool, man. I totally appreciate it.
I'm going to say Rock Addict Radio. Again, just edit that on, so I kind of slurred radio.
Okay, it's all good, dude.
Cool.
Okay, well, thanks again for calling in. I totally appreciate it, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Please tell everybody in the band I said what's up, and
I will.
As soon as I get this edited, I will get up on YouTube, and I'll get it out to you guys, and I'll get it out to the promoter, and I'll get it to everybody.
Great, yeah, and thank you a lot for the interview. We really appreciate the interest in the band, as always, and, we'll talk to you again soon.
Yep, sounds good, man. You take care.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye.